The backstory on Optimus Prime. Hasbro developed the Transformers after the company's representatives visited the 1983 Tokyo Toy Show. The characters were modified from Takara's Diaclone and Micro-Change toy lines and rebranded for the Western markets. Marvel was originally hired to do the 4-issue miniseries to promote the toy line, and instead of stopping at issue 4, the series ran for 80 issues with several crossovers and spin-offs. The first appearance of Optimus Prime was Transformers #1 from September of 1984. The Autobot leader, along with all the G1 Transformers and their mythos, were developed and fleshed out by Jim Shooter and Bob Budiansky. The origin story, according to Marvel, was the mechanical world of Cybertron inhabited by gigantic transforming robots. There was a fierce civil war that raged between the heroic Autobots, led by Optimus, and Megatron, leading the evil Decepticons. Cybertron's orbit is disrupted by centuries of war. The Autobots eventually detect an asteroid belt that threatens to destroy their home. The Autobots build a spacecraft called the Ark to clear the asteroids, but the Decepticons learn of the plan and attack the ship. With no other choice, Optimus crashes the Ark on a nearby planet and into a volcano, knocking all aboard offline. 4 million years later, the volcano that is on Earth erupts and reactivates the Ark's computer. The ship's repair systems mistake Earth's vehicles as the planet's dominant life forms and rebuilds the Autobots and Decepticons in the Earth-based bodies. Optimus Prime will always be remembered and known for being voiced by the legendary Peter Cullen, and the original Marvel Comics and G1 cartoon spawned the Transformers mythology for future generations. The Netflix show, The Toys Who Made Us, did an excellent episode on the Transformers. In it, Larry Hama said, in the old days at Marvel, if you worked on a toy book, you were considered a loser. And I thought that was interesting when I watched it, but Budiansky at TransformerCon pointed out that that was not the case, and was in fact just Hama's opinion. Another thing that I wanted to add comes in thanks to our fellow community member, Supertron. Back in the day, Marvel originally wanted to integrate all their IP characters they purchased the rights to, or were licensed to them, into the mainstream Marvel universe. The Transformers were kind of Marvel's last attempt to do that. That's why when you read the early issues, the Dinobots and Shockwave spawned out of the Savage Lands, as well as Dazzler being the big thing for teenagers to listen to on the radio. Also, in Transformers #3, our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man teams up with the Autobots. And I bring this up because Spidey was in the black uniform from Warworld, and it was not yet established to be an alien symbiote. So, this crossover occurs after the events of Secret Wars #8, but not before Amazing Spider-Man 258. This is important to note because Amazing Spider-Man 258 was published in July, whereas Transformers #3 will be published until November. Technically, Spider-Man is wearing the Venom symbiote, but the story was written when it was still just alien technology that gave Peter a new suit. Now, the last little bit of mythos that was kind of interesting that Supertron brought up was the fact that Orion Pax, which was supposed to be Optimus before he became a Prime, was exclusive to the cartoon. It was in Season 2, the episode called War Dawn, which first aired in December of 1985. This episode established that Optimus was originally a peaceful worker robot named Orion Pax, who originally wanted to stay out of the war until Megatron and the Decepticons raided the factory he was working in and mortally wounded him. And it was at this point Alpha Trion rebuilt Orion Pax as Optimus Prime, and this is the first generation of battle-ready Autobots. And allegedly, Orion Pax's character was designed originally for Ultra Magnus, but then Hasbro decided to make the powered convoy toy line that they were importing Ultra Magnus instead. So, just a lot of information on how we got the mythos of the Transformers that we got. And as I always say, the more you know.